Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a review of the ZEST-IT pencil blend. ZEST-IT is a UK company, and the reason I wanted to try this out is because my other paint thinners were really irritating my eyes and giving me a lot of chest pains, and this is meant to be a lot safer than other solvents to use, and it doesn't have that horrible solvent smell. It just smells of oranges because all their products smell really citrusy and nice. So this pencil blend, it says, is for use with coloured pencils, wax-based pencils and oil pastels for underpainting and blending. And it also says on their website that you can use it for graphite, but I haven't tested it out for graphite just yet. This is £15 off Amazon, that's what I got it for. I heard it's a lot harder to get it in other countries like America, but I don't know if it's impossible, so keep watching because you might still be able to get it even if you're in those other countries. I'm not too sure. But this, yeah, so I really wanted it for its safety impacts, and also I just wanted to try it out because I was looking for something new, because my other one, it wasn't working as well as I wanted it to. I just thought I could get something better, and I've heard a lot of people say great things about this product, so I wanted to try it out. It says the only thing that's harmful about it is if you swallow it or ingest it. If you ingest it, then you could get, it says it may cause lung damage if swallowed. So I tested this on my Prismacolor pencils and my polychromos, because the Prismacolor are wax based and the polychromos are oil based. So I wanted to see how this blender affects the wax and the oil. This is meant to not leave a residue on the paper, and it's meant to just be really good for blending both wax based and oil based, so it says. And it also says that you can use it on the Caran d'Ache Luminance, so polychromos and Prismacolor and Derwent Coloursoft and all the main coloured pencil brands. So I wanted to see if it lived up to what it said it would do. So I tested it on those two pencil brands, and I tested it with first one colour, so just a pink I used, and then I used two colours, so a red and an orange, to see if I could get a nice transition with this blender. Also, layering is very important to me. I do a lot of layering for my work, so I wanted to see whether this layered well, and whether when you add another layer, whether it impacts the layers underneath. Like, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe. I've got lots of tutorial videos and speed drawing videos to come.
Okay, so the first thing I noticed with this blender was that it does make the colour a bit more vibrant, but with solvents this is quite normal, so I wasn't too worried about it. It blended to give a really smooth finish. There was a bit of graininess and texture of the white paper showing through, but as this was the first light layer, I wasn't too worried about it. The second layer went on really smooth. I didn't have to apply much pressure at all. It gave great coverage, and this was good as it meant I didn't cause any damage to the paper, so I'd be able to put on a lot of layers in the future, and that blended out really smoothly to get a really polished look. I then applied some white Prismacolor pencil for shine and some darker pink for those darkest areas to get a more spherical looking shape, and then I blended that out and it just went on really polished. As you build up more layers, you need to use less and less blender each time, because you don't want to be ruining those layers underneath and ruining all your hard work. Okay, so for the two colours I used red and orange, and for the first layer it blended really nicely. There was a really nice gradient. It was a lot less grainier than with one colour, and I think that was because there was more colour down in the first place, but it did blend really smoothly. And the second layer again went on really nice. I didn't have to apply much pressure at all. I was really impressed with it, and that blended out to create a really smooth, polished look. And there was a really nice gradient in the colours. This blender does a really good job at taking multiple layers, so that really impressed me about this blender. Okay, so now moving on to polychromos. With this one, I found that the first layer looked a lot more grainy than the Prismacolor, and there's definitely white bits of the paper showing through, which I was a bit disappointed with, but the colour itself wasn't more vibrant, which can be a big positive if you didn't want it to look more vibrant. However, the second layer went on so smooth. I didn't have to apply much pressure and it just covered up all those white bits, and once that was blended out it created a really smooth polished finish just like the Prismacolors. So that first layer being grainy doesn't really matter because you can put so many more layers on and get the same smooth finish as the Prismacolors. It does look a lot darker once you add multiple layers. That's because you've built up the colour to get a more rich tone, but for the first layer the colours with the no blender to the first layer when I blended it out was the same. I then added the white Prismacolor. The reason I used a Prismacolor pencil was because I never used the white polychromos pencil, so it made sense so I could give a better opinion using the white Prismacolor pencil because that's what I always use when I do my work. Okay, for the two colours, again that blended out really nicely. It was a lot less grainier than the first colour, and there was a nice gradient. The colours for the second layer went on really smoothly, and that's what I found with this blender. It means that colours can go on really smoothly on additional layers, and the more layers you do, the smoother it gets. This blender really can handle multiple layers and I really like it for that. I then added the white Prismacolor pencil and some yellow and blended that out just to give a more polished look, and that's it.
So overall I did really like this blender. It took a lot of layers really well and it didn't affect the underneath layers, which was very important to me. It irritated my eyes a bit and it gave me a bit of pains in my chest, but nowhere near what the other blender did. And if I ventilated my room then I don't think I would even get anything. So I will keep using this even though it did irritate my eyes a bit, but it wasn't like my other, so I think it's as safe as I'm going to get. I am very sensitive to this kind of stuff anyway, so other people probably wouldn't experience any irritation at all, but for me, because I'm sensitive, it was a bit irritable. But so I was really impressed about how smooth it blended the colour, and I did get a bit worried on that polychromos because the first layer didn't blend out great, it was very grainy, but with more and more layers it just got better and better. So what I liked about the polychromos was it doesn't really change the colour. Sometimes when you put your colours down, because you choose them because they're the perfect colour and then it makes it more vibrant, say for a skin tone, normally you don't want your pink to suddenly be a really vibrant bright pink on the cheeks or whatever, so sometimes that can be quite annoying, but with this blender it didn't make the polychromos really vibrant at all when it was blending with it, which I really like. The Prismacolors, it did make it a bit more vibrant, but a lot of solvents make the colour pencil more vibrant anyway. So yeah, really liked this blender. It definitely lived up to my expectations. You guys should definitely give it a go. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and you can follow me on all the social media sites. Links will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day.